Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
And we say good morning to the Chief Executive Officer of Air Chathams. It's Craig Emeny, who's somewhere around the country today. Good morning, Craig.
Oh, g'day.
Yeah, you had to bypass us yesterday, get to Wanganui with the old DC-3.
Yeah, it was a really good flight, actually, up from Christchurch. So, we just flew overhead and then down to Wanganui.
Great. Do you stable the old DC-3 now, do you, for the winter, or do you use it quite often?
No, pretty much. Hopefully we can put it in one of the hangars at a Hakia over the winter.
Right.
And then we'll put it back into service in the summer. And we use it a lot in the summer just on passenger tourist flights, and scenic flights.
Still a big attraction, isn't it? That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, and mainly out of Tauranga, Whakatane, but we have it down at Wanganui when they have vintage days and things like that.
Right. Now, discussions are still going very strongly with Air Chathams possibly running a service from Kapiti to Auckland. In your mind, Craig, is it fairly positive? Oh,
yes, it is. I mean, from all parties. But we need to go through a process before we say yes. We're just working through the aircraft type and limitations of the airport we're going to operate into. So that's a baseline. We need to be satisfied that that's going to work and it's going to be viable with that aircraft. And from there on, we'll be able to, it'll take another couple of weeks and then we'll be able to make an announcement whether we'll do it or not.
What's the aircraft type you'd like to fly out of Kapiti, Craig?
It'll be the Saab 340. It's a 34-seat turboprop that Air Nelson used to operate. They're reasonably well known, but they're a very good medium-sized commuter aircraft in New Zealand.
And the flight time from Kapiti to Auckland would be about an hour?
Yeah, just over, about an hour 10.
Yeah, fair enough too. So the limitations with the Saab, do we have to have these traffic lights in at the end of Kapiti Road if we go north?
Yes, that would be helpful. It's because Kapiti Road is so close to the end of the runway and you really need to be able to use all the runway. Where at the moment they've got about 60 metres that's cordoned off because of the slipstream of the propellers when you start. And also that acts as when the road, if you've got a truck coming down the road, that's an obstacle as well. So we're working with the council on that. Right.
What about landing, Craig? Would the lights have to be on then?
Oh, at night, yes.
No, I'm thinking of the traffic lights, if they put traffic lights in at the end of the road. No, you're okay for that?
And actually you'll find that they won't be used much.
No.
It's just that if you want to be able to operate the aircraft efficiently, which affects airfares, and if you want that efficiency, you've got to be able to book it to its capacity.
Right.
Anything under that, then you have to charge higher airfares to get the same average revenue for that aircraft because, nobody's going to be wanting to come flying and then get turned away because the conditions don't quite suit. So you've always got to know that you can put everybody on who books.
Yeah, sure. So what's the alternative to the Saab if you had to have an alternative?
Well, the Combi will fly now there well, but it's 50 seats and we wouldn't be able to put frequency on that we'd want, and I think frequency is really important.
Yes.
The Saab's a bit more modern as well. I think people will like it. They're very good to fly in.
Good. And talks with the Todd Corporation, that's going well. I suppose you've got to meet in with them and Civil Aviation as well.
That's right. Well, those are the things that we have to work through. So, the Kapiti Airport want to go over all the data because they've got a responsibility there, and we're getting that together. It just hasn't been a lot of time from when New Zealand announced they were leaving and for us to go through that process.
No.
So that should be completed in the next week or so, and then after that, we need to obviously get the council. Hopefully, the council will agree to some changes as well, and then the aircraft will be very good for the job.
Yeah, fair enough too. The history of the airline, you go back to about 1984, don't you? I mean, you've got a sound background.
Yes. Yeah, we've probably been running as long as any airline in the country other than Air New Zealand, and we've survived all the ups and downs that happen in our industry, and the airline is strong and very capable
Yeah. So weather conditions, I'm just thinking, Craig, I mean, once or twice we have low cloud here. I mean, it would be a concern to you folks as well. So people have got to expect now and again, if you go ahead with it, that you may have to, defer your flights or cancel the flight.
Correct. I mean, that's the same for everybody.
Yeah.
The weather comes in and you can only descend so low before you see the runway.
Yeah.
So in that case, if you're coming into land, you divert somewhere else, or you delay the flight until the weather changes.
Yeah, sure. Pilot-wise, I mean, I see there's a shortage of pilots in New Zealand. Even the training instructors are being snapped up by airlines. You've got problems with any deficiencies or lack of pilots in your airline?
Well, not for our current operation, but this is going to require extra resources. Fortunately, we've got a good number of experienced crews and training people, so we've got the ability to increase the number of pilots that we have. But again, that takes time, so that'll be part of the decision making for us for when we start. We obviously need to make sure those things are in place.
Yeah, sure. And the airport itself is all set up for Air New Zealand say okay just to use their facilities, I suppose.
Yes, well, those facilities belong to Kapiti Airport.
Yeah.
But yes, they're there, and Air New Zealand's been good enough to leave some of their equipment behind.
That's right.
So that side of things won't be too difficult.
Good. Craig, we thank you for your time. We look forward to hearing more in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, or longer if required.
Yes, no, that'll be fine. We'll keep in touch.
Good on you. Thanks, Craig. Craig Emeny, CEO of Air Chathams.
106.3 Beach FM.